Dr. Nick, one of the owners of Centurion Labz with
Centurion Labz athlete, IFBB Pro Guy Sisternino.
We just got done finished training at Physique Warehouse in the UK. Just a couple quick questions I'm going to ask Guy. He just came off a show in Phoenix for the Europa. Just some thoughts on that.
Obviously disappointment placing at the Olympia. You know, I've been at the judging panel before judging amateur shows, so I know what it's like to be a judge. Very subjective, very confused 212 show, to be, you know, to say the least. I really not kind of sure what the judges were looking for. There was a lot of apples and oranges as far as the call-outs go. As far as my nutritionist and my trainer, Chris Aceto and Charles Glasgow, that was the first show I've ever done where Chris Aceto flat out said, he goes, I have nothing to say to you. You know, he'll normally tell me I was a little flat, holding it a little watery, you know, maybe could have been tighter, could have been drier, but he said, I have nothing to say to you. And Charles at the night show grabbed my hand and he pulled me aside. He said, I've been training people since 1981, and he said, I've never seen anybody get overlooked as much as you have in my entire life at this show. So, I mean, for me, that says something. You know, Jose Raymond came in the back after prejudging, and he was like, you beat 99% of the guys on stage. So, obviously, they see pretty much what I saw too. I thought I should have been, you know, at least easily in the top 3, but it didn't happen, so it is what it is. So, you know, I went on to do Phoenix, and Charles Dixon, for the first time in his life, beat me there last year. And that was another confusing one too, because last call out was me, Charles, and Hidetada. They put me dead center. And then last call out was 5 guys. I was all the way stage left. They moved me dead center. Anybody that watches any bodybuilding show knows that the guy dead center is usually the clear-cut easy winner, and the guy left and right are 2 and 3, and they ended up putting me in second. So that was a very confusing show for me as well. But at the end of the day, you know, it's not the first place trophies I look at every day to keep me motivated. It's the ones that don't say first on me, say second, third, fourth, fifth, that makes me, you know, want to do better and bust my ass for next season. So, you know, this season obviously came to an end, so now we're just looking forward for the future.
But yeah, you came right off of that show. It's a week ago. Just flew to the UK, and we're here already. Still training hard.
Yep.
Get ready for 2017. So what are you going to do at this point? What is Chris having you do?
Normally I take some weeks off after a show. This year I'm not. We're kind of just cranking it up a little bit as far as food intake and training. Try to get a good rebound, and you know, your body's very anabolic after a show since you're very, you know, sodium depleted, carb depleted. So we're trying to just really utilize the nutrient uptake that we have now. And we have some obviously phenomenal products by Centurion Labz that help with the process of my rebound. So, you know, I'm focused on my training now. Now that I didn't want to say that I'm not traveling as much, and I'm probably going to be traveling a little more the next couple months. We got some big things planned for Centurion Labz. But, you know, now I can kind of just focus on my training. I don't have to worry about dieting and being all strict and, you know, eating foods. And we can focus on a lot of big things coming for Centurion Labz as well. So my main focus is just going to be my training and, you know, just doing, you know, the business end of stuff with Centurion Labz and trying to, you know, we're having a really, really successful second year as a company, and we're trying to make it even more successful towards, you know, the end of Q4, which looking like it's going to happen.
Yeah, we can actually travel now. We have some money to do things. Next month we're going to Dubai, which is on Thanksgiving, but, you know, we're making the sacrifice for the company. You know, we know that's going to be huge for us. But going into 2017, what shows, do you have any idea what you're going to do?
Honestly, I do not. I kind of asked Chris. He said, you know what, let's not think about that right now. Let's just focus on what's in front of us in the goal at hand. That's putting on weight. Arnold Classic is, you know, is a show I did for the first time in my life last year. Took 4th. You know, do I want to jump right into an earlier show? Not really, because then what happens? You run into the battle of you don't really have a long off season. So I'm thinking about possibly skipping the Arnold and doing a show later down the line, maybe Miami again, maybe defend my New York Pro title for the 3rd time, or even something even later, you know, around August, right before the Olympia. I really don't know what I'm going to do as far as that's concerned. Right now my main focus is just gaining as much muscle mass as I can and put in as much time and energy as I can into making sure once January 1st comes around, you know, the last 2 months before our business has been in business for 2 years, that we really exploded, because, you know, we're in UK for the first time as a company. I've been here a bunch of times before, but as a company and a brand, we're in the UK getting big things done. We're going to be in Dubai making big things happen. So these next 2 months are going to be huge as far as growing for Centurion Labz. So there's going to be huge.
So you'll get to see a little bit of the business side, because we'll always film, but instead of Guy just constantly training, now we can focus a little bit on getting our products everywhere, basically.
Yeah, we got a ton of crazy products, and I've been asked multiple times about my pre-workout. I've been talking about a pre-workout coming out. Me and Keith Longenecker, the national sales director, have been kind of working on a pre-workout that we think kind of fits my theories as far as pre-workouts go, because I'm not a big stim junkie, but I absolutely think they help, absolutely. Especially today, I took the Gotta Rage key lime pie and some cotton candy because I was exhausted.
But it tastes amazing.
They're probably I think they're actually now our 2 best tasting pre-workouts because we were getting a lot of good feedback about raspberry and grape and blue slushy, but I think these kind of we even topped those. So we got to me personally on my end, I'm thinking about pre-workouts and a fiber supplement, but we got a lot of things on the Centurion Labz side of things that we're going to be coming out with starting next year. That's going to really take us from a lower, I would say, mid-tier company, because I don't think there's a lot of companies out there that started from where we started, like literally slinging stuff out of the back of a car, and all of a sudden, getting pallets, and then grew out of one warehouse. Now we're in another warehouse. Now we're going to another warehouse.
Actually, we just got into our 11th country.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we're going to go to the Middle East and see if we can take over there too.
Yeah.
So
we're hopefully gonna within this year coming, hopefully be on the one of the biggest, what is it, the 50 fastest growing supplement companies.
We'll see.
That's my goal as a
so we can get Guy to retire.
So what we did, what you're going to see with our Centurion Labz labels and our products is, one of the main concerns that I had is that a lot of our products for a long time, there was, you put 6 of our products on the shelf, it was really hard to see if you walked into a store if they were all made by Centurion Labz. So my biggest thing was I wanted the focal point to be the logo, the Centurion Labz logo. So that was just my idea, was getting the focal point to be Centurion Labz, and Keith put his spin on it, and I think he did a phenomenal job with the labels, the metallic graphite in the background, and the way he combined the colors. So I'll spin it over to him, but now when you walk into a store and you see Centurion Labz products, you're not going to have to guess who makes what, or is this made by Centurion Labz, because it's all going to be unified label, which I think is going to make us stand out even more on shelves.
Yeah, we all agreed that eventually, as we came out with more stuff, that we were kind of losing focus on the shelf. It was kind of messy, and I actually did a video earlier. So what we wanted to do is make it a much more uniform format. So all of our products, all the way down to the pills, and then future products in bigger containers. So that's like a hint. But I think we're going to have the same format.
I think we didn't, in the beginning, we didn't have the money to do things, so we did what we could. We put out labels that we thought were amazing, but we look back now and we're like, wasn't that great? But we're starting to build as a company, and financially we can do things that we couldn't do before. But I asked these guys, what's the next thing for this company and how do we evolve? So I kind of stepped back a little bit and let them do this, and it's turned out phenomenal. The feedback we've gotten, we can't keep this in stock.
We just got this one in the cotton candy.
The same way. So.
That just dropped last week, and we've already sold out of that. We had to reorder that already.
There's no dye in either of these either.
Yes, so
which is another key point.
Now.
Well, they're already out.
So get the artificial colors out and things like that. Certain people complain about that. Some people don't care, but
people didn't want to walk around a gym looking like they just made out with a Smurf. So
we were painting shaker cups with our products. Yeah. But now when you go, into a store and they're going to be carrying all the different flavors. They're all going to differentiate color-wise, like the key limes, lime green and yellow. Cotton candies, the pink and light blue, and they're all going to have different colors, but they're all going to look like they're from the same brand. So that was really the big point we were trying to make. Is we now are going to have a stance on every store shelf that is carrying the brand, and I think it looks damn good.
I think they look phenomenal, because in the past the focal point was the name of what the product was and not the company. And I think now that we got the company as a focal point on the cover of these, I think it just stands out more. You know, and we got away from, there's a lot of companies out there that are, you know, all dark, black and dark red and black and dark blue. Now we have the black container, but we got the real flashy colors going on it, on all the containers. So I think this is gonna, if you put this on a shelf with all of similar, you know, products as far as like you know, other companies, big and small brands, this is definitely gonna stand out. So that's what we're going for, and you know, our labels are gonna be unified like this, no matter what they are, whether it's you know, our
health line, our
yep.
protein, whatever.
Yep.
We're switching everything over, which, you know, it's going to take a little bit of a process because we still have to get some of the old stuff out of.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of. We gotta liquidate the old labels still.
But that's it. Good.
Good. I said the Phantom made appearance. The Phantom.